sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to Broad Street. Welcome to episode 148. OTA news and updates on the Birds of Broad Street with your boy Cool Cat Connor and your boy Smitty Eagle. What up, Smitty?
Chilling, man. Chilling, man. Just relaxing, man. Another good Monday, man. Another week closer to the NFL season being on way.
Exactly. Salute to everybody in the chat. Aaron in the building. What up, Eagles Nation? Welcome to Broad Street. Make sure y'all hit that follow Simone,
Yes,
Cool Cat, Smitty, King, Rock, No Gang. Exactly. Make sure y'all salute to Miss Ash in the building. Exactly. Do what Aaron told y'all to do, and that's hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, like, subscribe, and comment to the Birds of Broad Street YouTube channel and all of our channels. Me, Moan, Trey, Smitty, Nosha Gang, everybody in the building. Salute to everybody. Let's get to 1,000 subs so we can get ready for Brazil week 1 and get ready for the season. So let's get them subscribers up, y'all. So let's get to the word of the day like we do every Monday. The word of the day, ladies and gentlemen, is early. Early, because unlike certain teams in the National Football League, the Philadelphia Eagles got their deals done early. Whether it's Jalen freaking Hurts, whether it's A.J. Brizown and Devontae Smith, my God, they got their deals early. And the reason I'm saying this because today, Justin Jefferson got his deal. Justin Jefferson got his 4-year, 140 days, 140 contract extension with 110 guaranteed per multiple source. It makes him the highest wide receiver and non-paid quarterback in football. Smitty, what's your reaction?
I wouldn't say, okay, I can't say early, but I wouldn't really say early. I mean, regardless of what was going to happen, Justin Jefferson was going to get paid.
Right.
I mean, he was going to reset the bank. He was waiting on everybody else anyways. If anything, we got it done right in time because now it's a few other teams. I wouldn't necessarily say Justin Jefferson, but there's a CD Lamb out there. There's a Jamar Chase out there. Yep. There's a T. Higgins, a Brandon Ayuk. There's a few guys out there looking for paychecks right now. And I'm just glad we're not a part of it. So I'm glad I'm gonna agree that it's early, right? But I'm gonna say it's almost right on time for us because everybody else should have been early.
Right.
I'm gonna say we was on time and they should have been early because now the phone is ringing, the phone calls are coming in, and you have to answer for what's going on. And I just want y'all to explain to the people how you gonna pay them because at this point you got guys out there now that ain't paid, but our guys paid. Both of ours is paid. You know what I'm saying? So we was early to the party, and now you late. It ain't gonna look good for a few people, man. The prices yesterday ain't today.
Exactly. The reason why I said why the word of the day is early because I tweeted this, and it's real simple. We got Jalen freaking Hurts done in April 17th of last year. We got here it is right here. We got Jalen freaking Hurts done April 17th last year. We got the Devontae Smith done. We got Devontae Smith done April 15th of this year. And A.J. Brown, we got him done because me, Smitty, King, and the rest of the Eagles Nation was live inside the nest with Smitty and King. And we live reacted to A.J. Brown getting his contract extension April 25th on draft day. That's the reason why I say the word of the day is early because as you can see, we got Jad done early, as you can clearly see, Smitty.
I mean, I think we just, we early, but I think I really think we just trendsetters, man. People just don't understand how we move. We always first to the party, man. We always first one to the table, and we get the most food on our plate. You know what I mean? So they be upset because we early to the party. We get bigger plates and then we pay a little bit more. So they're gonna have to understand that if you want to be the early bird to get the worm, you're gonna have to beat us. We're gonna always beat us.
Yeah, and the team we're talking about because again, Justin Jefferson got his deal.
I wasn't specifically talking about anybody. I'm really talking about every team out there. They got to pay somebody. San
Right.
Francisco, Cowboys, Bengals,
Yep.
all y'all. Now the Dolphins. Guess what? Tyreek Hill still want to be top paid wide receiver. He what
Yeah.
year on his deal? All of y'all have to extend these dudes at higher prices. Guess what? The Eagles ain't got to worry about nobody at receiver till 2026, dog. You got about 6 teams out there that got to pay receivers now, and you let Justin Jefferson reset the market. So now what do they want to get paid at? Or they want to look at more. Oh, you thought you was going to settle at 30, now they want 33. Oh.
Exactly. That's why I love me some old Howie T, because he gets his deal done early, ladies and gentlemen. He gets his deal done early. That's the thing I love about Howie. He gets it done early. Now, he's early to the party, as y'all can say to me. Jalen Hurts got his deal April 17th, 2023, last year. Devontae Smith got his deal done this year, April 15th.
Well, this year we wasn't first. We went first to the receiver thing though.
Right.
We was second because what's the name them got first? Amara St. Brown, remember?
Right. Yep.
We was first on quarterback. We was first to extend wide receiver 1 2 times. And now, you know what I'm saying? Now people got to answer some questions. Now it's a bunch of teams out there with their palms sweating because they ain't got that bread to pay all them people. It's a bunch of teams out there that now they looking a little crazy.
Right. What up, Trey?
You okay? Hear me?
Yeah. We just reacting. We just reacting to Justin Jefferson getting his contract extension. So what's your and how the Philadelphia Eagles got their contract extensions done early. So what's your thoughts on Justin Jefferson getting paid?
He deserved it, man. Who they really paying over there? They just let go Kirk Cousins. Justin Jefferson been one of the most productive wide receivers since he's been in the league. So, if it was me, and honestly, I'm not Justin Jefferson. I ain't probably never gonna ever make the money he make, but I would not have stayed there. I wouldn't have stayed there. I would have weighed my options, try to get out of there because they in rebuild mode. And what's this, like his 4th year?
Yeah.
The dude been putting up 1,000-yard, multi-touchdown receiving since he got in the league. Now they trying to figure out their quarterback situation.
Well, they incorporated him in every move this offseason because that was one of his criteria to sign the contract. So they did everything he asked them for to keep him there.
But even them incorporating them in everything, it's like, bro, you about to waste at least 2-3 years of your career.
I understand. I would have left, but him asking, look, let me be incorporated and shit. I'm willing to stay if you let me pretty much put my input in. So that means that to me means he was a little bit comfortable with what he's seen with JJ McCarthy.
I mean, to me, like he could have went anywhere in the league. I wouldn't have stayed there.
Like,
I wouldn't have stayed
anybody
there.
would have
who do
paid
you
him.
think you should be traded to, Trey?
There's a lot of teams that could use. Every team in the league could use Justin Jefferson. I feel like he could have even went to Cincinnati. He could have went to Dallas, but Dallas don't got the money to pay him, I don't think. Kansas City need him. There's a lot of teams, man. He'd be a great fit. Yeah, I mean, this dude, you could play him all over the field. He could fit into any offense you're running. So, I wouldn't have stayed there, but I mean, he deserved to get paid wherever he at because dude been ultra productive, and I'm happy for him, man. I watched him since high school, college. Dude been the same consistent dude. I mean, he came to the league, lit it up, and I'm happy for him. I'm happy he got paid.
Yeah. So what's your thoughts, because the word of the day is early, what's your thoughts on the Philadelphia Eagles getting A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith deal done early before this happened?
A lot of Eagles fans, believe it or not, thought that we got the Devontae Smith deal done late, and I feel like it was a great time to do it. You see, Justin Jefferson basically just reset the market. So if Devontae would have contract, we would have been trying to give him a contract after this, it would have been a little bit more steeper. So, I mean, Howie Roseman always up in front of this. If he wanted to pay dudes, he gonna pay him. So, I mean, I feel like we straight. We on a great track. We got everybody signed. We need to get signed, and that's that.
Yeah. Yeah. Smitty, you got any final thoughts on Justin Jefferson before we go to the next topic?
Some people just gonna have to pay some extra bread, man, that they didn't want to pay before. The price went up. The price of bread is no longer yesterday's price.
Right. Yep. I agree to that. So the Philadelphia Eagles has official. Well, the Philadelphia Eagles signed a guard today. We signed guard Max. Go ahead, Smitty. Max.
Max Sharping
Yeah.
from the Bengals, man.
Yeah.
He's another guy that he plays a lot of snaps at a few positions. He actually plays all three positions, guard, tackle, and center. He played over 1,000 snaps at tackle, almost 1,000 at guard, and a little bit under 400 and some change at center. But he could play all positions. This is to me, right? I was like, did we like? And he was a starter. Like he wasn't just like no Rudy Poo. It wasn't just like he was a part of the team. He was at one point the starter for the Bengals. He went down with an injury in 2022 and lost his spot. He never was able to get it back. But I don't know. I'm in a position wondering if we brought him in because we got some type of need at backup, or if it's a starting position. I don't know. Stoutland is an amazing offensive line coach, and if he go get somebody, it opened my eyes to just be like, okay, he played right guard majority of the time when he was playing guard. It's just to me, it was just wondering if we brought him in as an insurance policy if Tyler Steen isn't working out. Just wonder.
Right.
It was I think it's a good pickup, though. I do think it's a good pickup.
Trey?
I feel like it's a great pickup, and I mean, there's only 5 offensive linemen that can start. I feel like it's just competition. It's just competition. I don't feel like it's no panic button type thing or nothing like that. I feel like it's just competition. You bring in competition all off season, and whoever win the job, win the job. That guard spot is not shored up right now. So, I mean, they're gonna bring people in to compete, and I mean, the best man gonna win. So I don't feel like it's a big issue. I feel like it's more of it's something we do every year. We bring in a ton of offensive linemen, let them compete. Whatever ones they like, they keep. Whatever ones they don't, they let go. So, I mean, I feel like this is a great position to be in.
Right. So I like this position too because did any of y'all heard from Jeff Stoutland today? What's your thoughts? Because I know you saw the rest of the coaching staff talk today. What was your thoughts on that?
I mean, he didn't say nothing. He didn't say nothing that you didn't expect. I mean,
right.
He talked about, getting the positions right, pretty much making sure everybody good and everybody okay, trying to make sure he get the best guys on the field at those 2 positions that, 2 guys left, the other 3 positions solidified. So center and guard was pretty much what he talked about. And it sounded like to me like Tyler Steen is his job to lose at a capacity. I think he's shoed in right now as the starter. If he turns up in camp and everything looks good, I think Tyler Steen will be the guy. But I think what he did have a problem with last year was injury. And when people went down or people needed out, we didn't have good enough players to step in to play play well enough to play long enough roles. So we ended up with a lot of Jack Driscolls and guys like of that nature playing. So I think they're trying to solidify the depth in that room more than the starting roles.
Yeah, Trey?
I agree. I mean, look, we do this. Like I said, we do this every year. We bring in a boatload of talent. I mean, a lot of these people don't even really touch the active roster. It's just competition. Jeff Stoutland, one of the best offensive linemen offensive lineman coaches in the NFL. So, I'm pretty sure they're going off his say, who he want to bring in, who he want to come compete for the job. And it might just be Tyler Steen's job to lose, and he might just lose it. Who knows? I mean, he gonna this really
Hold on.
professionally
Hey,
play.
why nobody didn't tell me that the D line coach and Jeff Stoutland coached together before? I didn't know they ever coached together.
I didn't either. I'm not even gonna lie. What is
Bro, he said
Alabama?
it today. I gotta look at it. But he said I can't wait for practices and camps so me and him can go to war like we used to when we coached together.
Yeah, that's
He like
tough.
we
I
done
didn't know
had
that.
plenty of battle in the trenches. I'm wondering if maybe he was like an assistant. The D
He
line coach
might
might
have
have been an
been.
assistant D line coach at somewhere,
He
and they
might
was
have
on the
been.
same
Yeah.
roster. But he said he
I
he
gotta
ready
look it
for
up.
that.
I gotta look it up. Yeah.
Yeah, now I
I
gotta look
I
it
ain't
up.
know that. That's wild. But that's even better though because they got a comfortability with each other. So,
So
oh,
you know what you're looking for. You can critique both sides because Stoutland know what that D line coach is looking for, and he know what Stoutland want to see. So when somebody messing up, they can get on each other players. Like, hey, nah, you ain't doing that right.
right.
I know you ain't doing that right. I gotta look it
I
up, but let me
love
look
it.
into it.
I love it. But yeah, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah. So while y'all look it up, let me y'all what
Yeah,
y'all looking to sign up?
yeah, I'm looking real quick. Let me see. I'm trying to
All
see
right.
what they could have possibly coached
All
together.
right. While y'all do that, let me let everybody see some very entertaining clip. We'll be right back while we look something up. We'll be right back.
Opportunity.
Pardon me for a
these young
second.
people, whether it's the draft, coming in here without having, which we've done at times in the past when we obviously brought in a Cooks and we bring in a Gilmore. It makes it hard for some of these guys to come in and play and beat those guys out. Obviously, there's going to be some opportunities. And, we do have some guys who didn't play for us last year. An Overshown, a John Stevens, who was on his way to making this team before he tore his ACL. You have a Diggs who you didn't get to play. You didn't see play but a couple of games last year, so we're going to have him back. So there's a lot of different moving parts that we didn't have that were a part of this team in addition to the draft. And, of course, when we make these draft picks, they're going to.
On this, Smitty?
Yeah, it was at the University of Miami.
Oh, Miami,
Yeah, 3 years. They was together for 3 years.
that's dope. That's dope.
Oh, that's go. So they go back to college days.
Mm.
Yeah, '06 to '09. They both were on the University of Miami coaching staff. He was the D line coach and Jeff Stoutland was the O line coach.
That's dope though.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Let's
Look
see.
like they might have been yeah, that's exactly what it was. Yep, Miami.
Yeah.
He cool with Vic Fangio. He coached with Vic Fangio and he coached with Stoutland.
Oh yeah, they bringing their guys in. They bringing their guys in. I love that though.
Love to see it. Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. So we got a question for us. What position you think we are going to bring in? D tackle or end?
You can never get enough D tackles.
Yeah.
A lot of your D tackles. Well, a lot of D tackles we have on this team. Um, Mine is like Fletcher Cox Lee, but they multi-play. They can play DN like Milton Williams. Milton Williams can play DN. Um, I don't know about Jalen Carter, but that's
He
usually
played
what the
some last
Philadelphia.
year.
He played some DN last year. See, they
Yeah.
all multi, so they could play up and down the line. That's a plus for us. I don't know if they're gonna stand Sweat up this year, but if we could get dudes like Milton Williams and Jalen Carter to rotate at that DN and bring some D tackles in that can fill for him and not really lose enough stuff, we're gonna be dominant up front. So I mean, DN, D tackle, it really don't matter too much as long as our D line is strong. But 9 times out of 10, how are we bringing in D tackles?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's some dudes on the roster I didn't even know we had. Jesus Christ.
Go ahead, talk about it, Smitty.
No, I'm just looking at like how we got a few D tackles. We got DNs too. I mean, we got Gabe Hall. I think he got a lot of upside. Morrow, Jomo, Jordan Davis, Jalen Carter, Marlon Tolopolotu, PJ Mustapher, Thomas Booker the fourth. I think it might be DN. I think it might be DN. But
Yeah,
I
might
know
just
we're running
be.
at 3-4 too, so it's gonna be difficult. It's gonna be difficult to really see what you need because with that 3-4, it's a little bit different than what we ran last year.
And that 3-4, our DNs is our D tackles,
Yeah,
so
because like they got Milton Williams down as a DN, and they got Jalen Carter down as a DN. Jordan Davis is the only one that's considered a D tackle.
so he gonna play nose. He gonna play nose guard.
Yeah, they got him at nose, and then they got Bryce Huff as an outside linebacker and Josh Sweat as a linebacker.
Oh yeah, so yeah, we definitely running that 3-4. Definitely
Let's,
running it.
Yeah,
let's
they got us down in 3-4 everywhere I'm looking.
yeah. Richard said, "What do y'all think about the new offensive lineman they brought in?" We talked about that.
I think he can start, bro. He can play he play everywhere, so he play all positions. I mean, if you're looking for a guy to come in and possibly need to play some significant minutes just in case somebody doesn't turn out to be what they need to be or somebody go down, you got somebody that can step in that's what almost 3,000 snaps into the NFL. He's played some high level football. At least 3 out of his 5 years he's had high level football. So, I mean, I think it's a good pickup. Great pickup for us. We need. Listen, I love when we have depth. It makes it better.
Yep. Go ahead, Trey, if you want to talk about it.
Or the offensive lineman.
Yeah, because he wanted to know what our thoughts was, and I said we talked about it. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, we do this. Like I said, we do this every year. Howie Roseman bringing dudes to compete. I mean, whoever win the job, 9 times out of 10, the people behind them, they're gonna be swing players. They're gonna have to fill in tackle, guard, maybe even center. So, um, it's good bringing these versatile dudes in that already played up and down the offensive line, and they kind of understand what they're supposed to be doing. Like Smitty said, this probably Tyler Steen's job to lose, and he can possibly lose it. I mean, if he's not showing up every day, and if he does, we have a couple dudes that can fill in and step in that role. So, I mean, this is great for the Philadelphia Eagles. And this dude right here, he played a lot of football already. So, I mean, he coming in not
And he
rookie or
young
dude,
too, bro. He
and
only
he
like
young, yeah.
27.
Yeah, he coming in. He a dude that you don't have to. Well, you're gonna have to coach him up to your style of coaching, but you don't have to. If you had to throw him into the fire, he'll be okay. So I mean, this is a great situation for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah. Keep the comments coming, y'all, because we really appreciate it. Keep the comments coming. He also
Yeah,
said,
I, oh,
"Go ahead,
man,
Smith."
I didn't really. I was finna answer his question too. I really didn't like how I don't know, the DB coach kind of like, I don't know. It didn't sound. It didn't. I don't know. Oh
Go
my
ahead, and talk
god,
about it. Since we're talking about Bradbury, go ahead, and talk about it.
man, it felt like this dude finna get vital minutes when I was listening. Just, I mean, I know it'd be that political talk, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to say a dude not gonna play or whatever, but just like listening to him, he was just like, yeah, we ready to see what James Bradbury got, and we ready to see what he brings to the defense. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. I don't know. I can't. I just feel like the room's so deep. I just don't know. We gonna see though. I guess we gonna see.
Yeah, because
I heard the coach was trying to get him though. I heard the coach like for some reason something about the coach was looking into a trade for James. I don't know how true it was, but I did hear something about it though.
yeah. What's your thoughts on James Bradbury not Trey? Because he's still on the team. Is mandatory minicamp is tomorrow, so we'll see more. So, what's your thoughts on James?
If they bringing Bradbury back, they got a plan for him. Like I said, I think he probably fit better in the Fangio defense because there's a lot of zone cover 3, cover 4. And I mean, you ain't asking Bradbury to play a lot man to man, so I feel like he'll fit into this defense great because it plays towards his strength. I know a lot of people sour on him. I kind of was too at the end of the season, but you got to also step back and look at like the veteran presence he brings to this defensive backcourt. Um, like I said, I think he's gonna be okay this year. I think he's gonna be okay this year. He fizzled off at the end of last year. Mind you, the whole team fizzled off at the end of last year. So um I feel like he's gonna come back. He got a refresher. He's gonna come back. He's gonna come back better than ever. I still believe in Bradbury.
This comment: we have about 3 to 4 offensive linemen that can play center in a pitch. Def, I remember 2 years ago, Kelsey was banged up. We was done.
Nah, you need
Yeah, I
versatile
mean,
players. You need versatile
we
players
got
like
we
that.
got more than 3 or 4. I think we got Matt Hennessy, the dude we brought in today. Trevor Keegan also played a little bit of center. The dude we drafted. Um, I mean, if you technically needed to, Landon Dickerson can play center. I mean, you got a few guys on the roster that can jump in and in the blink of an eye play center. I mean,
Yeah, Landon Dickerson
you got
definitely
you
played
got a bunch
center at Alabama.
you got a bunch of guys that can jump in at guard, center, and tackle. I mean, you got them all over. So I mean, it's
Hmm.
gonna be fun to see how it play out because I think it's gonna play out well.
It's
Yeah,
definitely gonna be fun.
yeah. We got another comment here. What do y'all think about Sweat moving to linebacker with a 3-4 defense?
He's gonna be mostly the edge though. I don't think they're gonna put him in too many drop back situations where he covering people, but I can see him definitely being it's definitely he definitely gonna play that the linebacker. He ain't got no choice at that. He gonna have to be the linebacker in the 3-4 because the 3 down is D tackles. Then you got the 2 on the edge is gonna be linebackers, which are technically edge rushers. So you're gonna have guys like Zach Bond playing that position too. I mean, people are looking at Zach Bond playing linebacker, but I think Zach Bond gonna play a lot of that edge / linebacker position. But one of those edges are gonna drop back. I don't know. Like that's why I'm kind of nervous with Josh Sweat because I could see him being the odd man out if he don't perform well because you're gonna have to cover. And I was listening to what's the dude name? He was talking about it. I can't think of his name, but he was like Bryce Huff looked decent in coverage last year, and I looked at some of the clips he had, and I mean Bryce Huff can do it. I just don't know. Josh Sweat to me, he seems so stiff on in pass coverage. I just don't know. It's gonna be a hard situation, but he has no choice. I mean, that's probably why Hassan Reddick is no longer a Philadelphia Eagle.
Try?
Yeah, I think they're gonna move Josh Sweat all around. I don't think he's just gonna be rushing off the edge. It's gonna be a lot of times they're gonna be rushing up the middle. They're gonna slide him down to that 3-4 DN. There's a lot of places he could go. I wouldn't personally. I'm not putting Josh Sweat in too many situations where he has to cover. Um, I don't feel like that would be smart. But you definitely could use him all over the field. You can use Nolan all over the field. You can use Nolan as a blitzing middle linebacker. Like there's a lot of stuff you could do with this in this situation with the pass rushers we have. And the only one I feel like that's not gonna be moving up and down the line is Jordan Davis. Everybody else gonna be all over the place. They're gonna be trying them everywhere. So it's not a bad thing. The outside linebacker in the 3-4 is basically like a DN. So I mean, a lot of times he's going to be in pass rush situations. They're not going to be dropping him back in coverage. So it's going to be okay.
Yeah, I agree. Richard with another comment. Salute to you, Richard. I believe Fangio may pull more blitzing. Y'all agree?
I'm
Uh,
trying to look up his blitz rate from last year. Hold on, give me a
Yeah,
second.
well, you do. Go
Go
ahead,
ahead,
Trey.
go
You
ahead.
start us off.
Steph.
Me watching Fangio over the years, he's not a heavy blitzer, but he probably definitely blitzed more than our defensive coordinators last year. Um, why wouldn't you? You
Oh,
got a
22.4%.
yeah, you got a plethora of pass rushers. Bring 1 or 2 extra
Guess how
guys. That's
much we
not.
blitz?
I'm like,
23.2.
so it's basically the same thing. He's not gonna be
Same as last.
blitzing too much. Yeah, he's not gonna be blitzing too much, but it's gonna be fine though because, like I said, with us having Jordan Davis at that nose tackle, he gonna control the middle of the defense, and everybody else gonna really be able to eat because they're gonna have to double team him. Everybody else should be able to eat, even if you're only rushing 4. We gonna be okay. Maybe you never know. Maybe you change it up a little bit. I mean, some people do. They look at their pass and they change it up a little bit. Like, all right, maybe I should blitz a little more. So, I mean, everything are unknown right now for real. Everything is an unknown.
Yep. Smitty?
No, I was just okay. So it's basically gonna be what we seen last year, man. It's not gonna be a Jim Schwartz, Jim Johnson type defense. We're gonna see what we seen before. A lot of don't want to get beat over the top. I did like the only thing I can remember like off the top of my head when I remember like looking at some of his tape was the playoff game against Kansas City. He turned it up. I mean, he wasn't gonna be able to really do much on the back end. He was like, let's go get him. So I did like that, but the one problem was when he got into the flow of blitzing, he wasn't able to take his foot off the gas. He was just like, I'm going every play. I'm gonna win,
Yeah,
lose, draw with this. So
he's blitzing crazy in that game. I ain't gonna lie.
he went
I
heavy.
remember watching it too. They was doing double A gap blitzes, everything.
Yeah. Let's see. I miss Jimmy Johnson. Jim Johnson, Dane, please bless.
Uh-huh. I feel like every Philadelphia Eagles fan that was, I mean, kind of alive and active
Jim
watching
Johnson
football to
hit.
see that. Jim Johnson was that guy, man. But you also gotta remember Jim Johnson had the players to do it. So he had the players to do it. He had Jeremiah Trotter, Brian Dawkins, all those dudes that was willing blitzers. Like when he sent them, they got back there. So I mean, blitzing is a good thing, but sometimes it could kill you too. So I mean, I don't want to hear. I hear a lot of people say, "Oh, we should blitz, 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 blitz." You know how many people give up the big play on the blitz? It's more times than not.
I
So
don't think
we
Jim
got.
Johnson would be successful right now, bro. I ain't gonna
I
lie to
don't think
y'all.
he would either because it's a passing league.
All that blitzing, you get these good elite quarterbacks, they're gonna be killing you. They're
Yeah,
gonna see
it's
you
smart
coming,
to.
they're gonna kill, 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 kill. Next thing you know, you got slants come across the middle, shoot, 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 shoot. And the only
It's
line of
better.
defense is gonna be Reed Blankenship. We're gonna get cooked.
It's better to be a situational blitzer than a dude that's just ultra aggressive. That's how you lose your job nowadays. Like Smitty just said, there's too many good quarterbacks in the league for you to just be blitzing on every down. They are going to carve you up.
Exactly. Yep. What
I
up,
think about
King
moving.
DV? We got another chat from Richard. What y'all think about Mitchell and Cooper DeJong coming in and out of the DB rotation?
That's fine for their first season. They're getting on the field, getting some good game experience. And you ain't putting too much pressure on them. I mean, they playing some downs. They getting some quality reps. I feel like that's fine, and they get to sit behind some veterans and watch. So I'm fine with it.
Yep. Smitty?
Uh yeah, I think listen, Isaiah Rodgers is showing up right now, man. It's gonna be hard for anybody to beat him. So it's gonna be one of those situations where I think if they in a rotational situation where they in and out, in and out, in and out, I mean, I think at some point you're gonna lock them in, but I think to start it out, you can do that to get them, make sure they're ready.
Right. So I guess that's it for the comments. So we talked yesterday on Broad Street Aftermath about Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni. You know, is there pressure on Nick Sirianni? Does he and Jalen Hurts mesh? So what's your thoughts, Trey, on the Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni together?
I don't think it was Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni that was the problem.
Hmm?
I think it was more the new offensive coordinator coming in.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Sirianni he kind of, I mean, he head coach. He kind of being stubborn. He want to run his offense. The offensive coordinator want to run something else. And I mean, they didn't gel well, and it showed. I mean, the confusion showed in Jalen's game. So I feel like Nick and Jalen are okay. It's the big factor is going to be Kellen Moore and how they figure all this out. So um, I think they're gonna be okay. I think they got a great relationship. You could tell they have a great relationship, and we gonna be right back to business this season.
Yeah. What up, Vic? Go ahead, Smitty. Say what you cause you say what you said yesterday about Jalen and Nick.
No, I think they need each other, man. I think they're the perfect mesh for each other. Jalen is so even kill. He's so I don't want to say monotone, but he's like monotone behavior. He's never high, he's never low. He's just even, right? And
What's
and
up,
and,
Vic?
and
Vic.
you got Nick Sirianni who has high highs and low lows. You need somebody that can come in and be like, hey, let's keep moving. You know what I'm saying? We got a mission. We got to keep going. And it's just like one of those things. Like they kind of to me feel like they work together well. They give each other that feeling. I think if he can accept his job, Nick Sirianni can accept what he does well, and and just do his job. I think it works out perfectly for the Philadelphia Eagles. And I think if he really starts to accept his role, you'll see him be able to keep offensive coordinators and defensive coordinators in the building because they want to work with them. They want to be here because they are learning, they are getting better, they are able to do their job. So you know what I mean. I think over the last 2-3 years he's been trying to find his feet. I think if he find his feet here soon, man, I think we could keep a Kellen Moore. I think a guy like Vic Fangio would love to stay. You know what I mean. I think you get guys in the building. Like the defensive line coach you got. He's an ex defensive coordinator. You get guys like that to stay hoping to move up to be up under your winning ways, under your, we were talking about culture. He hasn't necessarily set a culture yet. But it's never too late to start, man. He can always tap in right now and get where he needed to go. And you got a guy like Jalen Hurts who can help build that with you. And now you got a bunch of young guys coming in. If you start building culture now, that culture is basically what the Eagles have always done. We pass it on to generations. If you think about the Eagles in the 80s, they passed it on to the 90s. They passed it on to the 2000s. Like we've always been a grit team. We've always had leaders in the building. We've always been a team that came in and set examples. Nick Sirianni accepts his job and he's able to teach these young guys. You get some type of continuity where people on the coaching staff stay. Players want to be here. You see AJ Brown, you see Devontae Smith, you see these guys taking discounts. Even with Nick Sirianni being the head coach, they're taking discounts because they respect him in some manner, bro. Something he does. So if he can accept his job, I think we're in a great spot with those two together.
Yeah. What's your fault,
I
Shaq?
just I just be trying to understand, and it'd be kind of hard for me to understand. I just be trying to understand. We did the same thing to Doug Peterson. We chased the dude out the building. He was he brought that winning culture. Nick Sirianni bring that winning culture. All he did is win since he been in Philadelphia. All he has done is win. No matter how he got it done, but clearly these players play for him. Last year was kind of an outlier. I don't know what was going on in that building and what was going on with the team, but the past years he been here, all he did was win. We keep trying to chase away winning coaches, and then we're gonna get stuck with some bull crap. So I'm glad Sirianni stuck around. Hopefully they figure all that out what's going on in house, and he could be here for like the next 5-6 years, probably even longer than that. Because um, y'all remember all the coaches we ran through before we got Andy Reid? There
Oh
was a
yeah.
whole
Oh yeah.
lot of them. When
Oh
you
yeah.
got coaches like that bring that winning mentality, like
They
no
want they
matter
want Ray they want Ray Rose back. They want
yeah,
Rich Cody back. They want them dudes back. Coat tight. They want
exactly,
coat tight back.
exactly. So
They
y'all want
want
to chase
them
all
back.
the winners we got out the building, and we're gonna
Mhm.
get stuck running through coaches for the next 10 years. So I feel like Nick Sirianni he should, and I think he will stick around for a while. And like I said, him and Jalen kind of a match made in heaven because they got two different personalities, and it kind of level each other out on the field. So I mean, I'm straight with Nick Sirianni. I don't want him to leave, to be honest.
I think if he just accept his role and sit back, and do what he do best, man. Keep the guys up, keep them energized, keep things going. Carter. I don't expect like people want to like, oh, keep your hands out of the offense. I ain't gonna say keep your hands off. I don't want you play calling. I don't want you, do. But if you see your offensive coordinator doing some bullshit, I expect you to step on them and be like, "Hey, look, come on, we got to change it up." You know what I'm saying? We got to do something better. Like I don't want to run Nick Sirianni out of the building either, because like if you really look at it, we haven't had a bad tender of, you know what I'm saying, having to go through a bunch of bull. We've only had 20 something coaches in our existence since 1933. So we're not really running through coaches like that. You know what I mean? But I think it's and then it's one coach on there. I think Pat Shermer was only like one game, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so we really only had like 20 coaches, really. We got a couple of intern coaches on there too. But I think, man, we in a good spot, man. I think, you know, if he can just accept what's rolling in and just keep it moving, man. I mean, you got a job at this point. You got seasoned guys that can do their job, and I think in 2022 when he accepted this role, and he, you know what I'm saying, really locked in, was able to do everything else because he trusted who was around him. We went to the Super Bowl, so
That's what I'm thinking. I don't think he trusted his offensive coordinator last year.
I don't think he trusted either one, bro.
Yeah, I don't think he trusts both
To
of
see
them.
you fire a dude in week what 11, 12, no, week 13, you move, pretty much fire him and move on. You didn't trust him. You've been on his head the whole time. Week
Uh-huh.
13 was the boiling over point. I don't think you trusted Brian Johnson. Like, so I think this year he's gonna be able to go back to the 2022 where he able to trust his guys. He's gonna be able to do what he does best, and I think we can get back to winning football.
Yeah, and I think bringing in Kellen Moore was a great fit for this team. If he can learn that this league is a passing league, but you still gotta run the football, and I think he did that more in um with the Chargers last year. He actually took the ball out of the air. I mean, more than he did in Dallas. Dallas, he was pass, 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 pass. Then you learn over the years as a quarterback. I can't run my offense like that. You only get so many chances to be an offensive coordinator or even coach in the NFL for real. So I feel like he learned from a lot of his mistakes, and he gonna turn his offense up. I feel like he's gonna turn it up.
Exactly. Salute to everybody in the comments. So there was a sneak preview of the hype video today. I want to get you guys reaction to it. There's Chauncey and I know Rogers was in this clip. So what's y'all reaction? If you got any.
Great to see it, man. It's gonna be fun, man. I seen CD, I seen Isaiah Rogers. Listen, I think our secondary finna be cold, bro. I really do. I know I shouldn't be so hyped, right? Because after last year we just got cooked. I think it's finna be nasty, bro. I think the secondary finna eat. I think we finna put belt to a lot of people that think, oh, because that's really been everybody argument, like, oh, how you so hyped when last year you know what your secondary looked like. I'm like, listen, we changed it up. We changed it up in a great manner. I think somebody in the comments said it best, like right after the draft. He turned a liability into a strength in less than 3 months.
Yeah. Trey?
No, he definitely snapped, bro. With the DB situation, he saw it was a weakness on our team. He definitely snapped this offseason. He went heavy DB. He got Gardner Johnson back. The re-signing of Blankenship still up in the air with me. Or maybe they're going to play him a little different because I don't feel like he's that good at coverage. But he definitely snapped. Bringing CJG back. Darius Slay still here. Drafting 2 cornerbacks in the first round. Like Howie Roseman. And then we still got all of the dudes, the Keely Ringos, the Ricks. We still got all these dudes too that if anything was to happen, it'll be a solid backup plan. So he definitely snapped this all season. I love how he did.
Oh, yeah. Hey,
Yep.
Vic,
I loved it
Brian
too.
Johnson. Brian Johnson was not trusted in that offense, and he
At
had
all.
everything he needed. And I think this year, Kellen Moore gonna get the grunt of what he want. And I think Stoutland being the offensive line coach gonna give him the best foundation in front of him he can have. And I think it's gonna be it's up, man. We gonna have some good things going on, man. I think it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Yep. All right. Right. So what y'all thoughts on with OTAs in the book and mini camp starting tomorrow? What's y'all thoughts so far with the Eagles and training? With mini camp coming tomorrow, what y'all thoughts? What y'all want to see in mini camp?
I'm really minicamp is short. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know just everybody gonna be there, so you're gonna get to see everybody there. Everybody must be there. So we're gonna get all our guys back. You're gonna have Lane Johnson coming back in instead of I think our starting right tackle be Mekhi Becton. And that's crazy, bro. Hey, listen, I swear, bro, like the roster we really got, and they say Mekhi Becton was holding his own. So like, I mean, just like looking at what we got, I think we're in a great position. Like, I think I'm just ready to see the battle start, man. The basically the tug of war for positions, man. It's gonna be fun to see, cornerbacks fighting for cornerback position. I think people fighting for linebacker spots, linemen trying to get. Cause hey, look, Tyler Steen got it to lose, but I think it's a few people that's gonna be fighting just as hard as he is to be on that field, man. I think Mekhi Becton might. They gonna try him at guard. So I think now that Lane come back, you're gonna see a couple little splashes of different people playing different positions just to see how it works. I think 3 positions for sure is locked in. I think you're gonna figure out everything else. But I'm really ready to just see how it work out, man. How things flowing. I'm ready to cause I think now that mandatory mini camps come, I think you can implement implement a little bit more of the offense and things of that nature. You can start giving people, the feed of what you want. And then this month that we're going into where we get to kind of relax before we come back for training camp, everybody will be locked and loaded and know the offenses and defenses, at least kind of decently know the playbook. You just have to, get the position coaches and things of that nature to put you in right positions. But I'm ready to see it, man.
Yep. Trey?
For me, it's just I just want everybody to get through this healthy. This is the time where a lot of the soft tissue injuries happen. Dudes running around a little bit harder, more twerk on the muscles and stuff like that. So I just want everybody to get through it healthy. Mini camp is mini camp, man. Everybody gonna come out, they gonna compete. But like I said, my biggest concern is none of our key players getting hurt. It's running a route. Planting the wrong way. I just hope everybody get through this mini camp healthy. That's all.
In Sports King, you talking about Clint Hunt and Fangio. We was talking about Hunt and Stoutland. Hunt and Stoutland coached together at the University of Miami, 07 to 09. They was on the coaching staff as the O-line and D-line coach. So they go way back. They known each other for 17, 18 years.
Right. Kevin, before we go to the check down 10 to 6, the next comment from Kevin is, do y'all think we end up getting Justin Simmons? No?
I don't think I think the only way we get him is one of those things is like things just don't work out. You know what I'm saying? So I think if we don't like what we see out of somebody, maybe, but I don't think right now. I don't see him coming to the Eagles.
Yeah.
If it was gonna happen, it would happen.
Right. Trey?
Yeah, I can't see it either. I feel like it would have happened earlier in the offseason. I think Simmons, he's gonna stay put where he at for right now, or it's not gonna be the Philadelphia Eagles that get him. It's gonna be another team. I feel like we did too
What's
much.
the negative energy, man? God, Lee. We up here having a good vibe. I keep reading the comments. My bad, Trey. I keep reading the comments. He like, Jalen Hurts got to prove it. The defense gonna be woo woo. And then he like, oh, we gonna start out slow. What's going on, brother? You don't need to have negative energy, man. I know last year gave you a little PTSD, but we that's not usually us. That's not usually us. We usually the last 3 years before. I mean, even last year, to be honest with you. I mean, we start out good. Been all right.
That's Philadelphia Eagles fans for you, though, man.
Negadelphia.
Yeah, Negadelphia.
We'll find out in 95, 94 days how this team is. So that's all.
I had cut bro off. I ain't mean to cut Trey off. I just see the negative energy was kicking me in the head.
Nah, you good, bro. I don't even remember what we was talking about. What are you talking about?
What you wanted to see in OTAs?
Oh, yeah, no. I just want to see everybody healthy, man. Everybody healthy and competing. That's all.
I think for sure I'm just ready to see like how things play out, Trey. Like I to be honest, like I wasn't as locked in on camps and things like that when we had like the dream team or whatever. And I see this team is way more solid than that. Like I don't see nobody coming out and saying no crazy stuff like that or putting that type of tag on us. I'm just ready to see because I see the talent like through the roof. Like we could cut some guys, and that's the other thing. Like we got some guys we're gonna have to cut. And I'm like, damn, we got some pretty good guys. I think right now, like
We're gonna
with
have to cut some good players, bro. Some good players. Like, yeah.
we
That's
gotta
how
cut
much
some guys
talent
that
we got on this team, yo. We're gonna have to cut some good players.
Right. Exactly. So when we last talked to you guys, the top 10 of the check down was Chiefs, Ravens, Bills,
yeah, I want to
Bengals,
hear Trey. I want to hear what Trey got to say. Yeah.
and Texans. And the NFC was Eagles, 49ers, Cowboys, Detroit, and Rams. Well, we got our 10-6 right now, so we'll break it down for you guys right now. And remember, the top 5 is this Saturday. It's this Saturday. How's things coming up, Smitty? Did y'all got you got it? Did you talk? How we looking?
Yeah, it got a little long. So we're gonna do it again this week. It got a little long.
All right, so they'll do it again this week. So let's get to the 10 through 6, and remember, there's 5 teams missing. We'll let y'all gotta know. So here we go. The top 5, the 10, and we'll break it down. As y'all can see, it's 10 Bengals, 9 Bills, 8 Cowboys, Rams at 7, and Texans at 6. Which means the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Eagles, the Niners, and the Lions
Lions.
are your top 5. So let's break it down and let's get here from Trey. Number 10, Smitty,
Mm.
is the Cincinnati Bengals. So start us off with that process.
I mean, today makes it a little hectic for them, right? You got two guys looking for a contract, obviously, but I think when you look at it in a vacuum, they brought in Trent Brown on the offensive line, which last year they actually had decent offensive line play, which was over the past few years has been one of their downfalls. So you bring in another guy who could play the right side of the offensive line to solidify the tackles. You still got two good guys in there at wide receiver and T Higgins and Jamar Chase. The running back room is a little bit on the they're a little shaky. I mean, they got Zach Moss and Chase Brown as they running backs. That defense obviously that defensive line last year was one of their positives, but I think they did a few good things in the draft. Hold on, I was trying to pull up my notes. So they brought in Amarius Mims also for the offensive line. They brought in the D tackle Chris Jenkins from Michigan. They got Jermaine Burton from Alabama to play wide receiver 3. They brought in Eric All to help in the tight end room. I mean, they did a lot of good things in the draft to also solidify that team. So I think that team right there with a healthy Joe Burrow is going to be something to miss.
Yeah, Trey, Bengals at number 10. What's your thoughts?
I don't like it. I don't like it. I feel like the Bengals should be at least like 8-ish in that range. Um, the reason they kind of tailed off last year is because Burrow got hurt. You lose anybody lose their starting quarterback, it's gonna be rough sledding. So I feel like the Bengals gonna come back. They're gonna be sturdy. They always start the year all slow, but they always pick up like mid season, going a crazy run every year. Ever since Burrow came into the league, they did that. So um, I feel like if we just talking about the Bengals right now in that 10, or
Yeah,
we
we're
we
just
going
talking
through the
about the
whole list?
Bengals right now. We'll get to the other ones in a minute once we hear from you about the Bengals.
Oh yeah, well I feel like the Bengals should be a little bit higher on this list, but I mean it is what it is. Like I mean, it ain't really too much higher you could put them. 10-8 is really not too much different. So I mean, it's cool. I'm straight. I'm cool with it.
Yeah. So let's get down to the next one, Smitty, and it's the Bills at number 9. Go ahead, talk about the process of that.
All right. So when you technically look, I mean, obviously, when you look at the Bills' losses, right, you'll see a lot of guys that you would say are solidified starters, but a lot of those guys have been injured over the past few years, so they cut ties with a few of those guys. So the only problem, I think, the only biggest loss is Stephon Diggs. I think they were already ready to get rid of Gabe Davis. I think that was one of those things they was gonna move off of. They brought in Keon Coleman, which I think is a big upgrade for the Bills offense. I think Cole Bishop is one of the best safeties that came out of this draft this year. Dwayne Carter is probably the second best D tackle that came out of this draft. And Ray Davis to me was a second round running back. If it wasn't for the downplay of running backs this year. I think they brought in a few good pieces to solidify. I think they have a top defensive line. They got one of the top linebacker cores. And I think they're gonna be all right, man. I think they're in a good situation where Stephon Diggs is just gonna be missed, but they brought in MVS, they brought in Curtis Samuel, and they drafted Keon Coleman. So I think they're gonna do a little bit different of an offense of what they're gonna try to do. It's gonna be probably a little bit more of the short dump off passes and setting up the big pass more than what they were doing, before when they were just taking a lot of deep shots. So I think it's gonna be an adjustment for them, but I think it's gonna be a good situation.
Yeah, Trey, Bills.
If if this was my list, I'm putting the Bills down at 10. It's a big unknown with them. You lose two of your starting wide receivers, Gabe Davis and Stephon Diggs. They both 1,000-yard receivers. The only really veteran you got Valdez Scantley and what's his name, Shakir, but Shakir really like a 3 to me, and they're gonna have to slide him to like maybe the 2, but bringing Coleman in, Coleman's still a rookie. So there's a lot of unknowns on their team. And Josh Allen, man, he a
I mean,
gunslinger, so he
Gabe
gonna
Davis
throw you out of
only
a
a
lot of games.
700-yard receiver. I think you can replace that, bro.
Gabe Davis was a big playmaker for them, a big playmaker.
I
It was
mean,
a
but
lot of games. It was a
he
lot
also
of games
was
he
top
took
3
over
in
games.
drops too.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of receivers that drop a lot of passes, but he caught a lot of the ones that mattered though.
I
He
think
he
you
was a
can.
big playmaker
I
for him.
think Stephon Diggs is gonna be the problem. That's the biggest problem. I think if you would have kept Stephon and you brought in the talent, then it would have been okay. I think now you got to figure out who gonna take the double teams and things of that nature.
Because Valdez Scantling not even a 1 to me.
So
He a
I
solid
think
probably 2
Keon
or
gonna be
3.
the one. Keon gonna be the one. He's
But he a
6'4",
rookie
200
though.
something.
He a
He,
rookie
he gonna
though.
be the one.
He a rookie though. It's like he gonna go
It's
through the
unknown, but
learning
he
curve.
gonna play the one because Shakir probably gonna be the 2. I
hmm
think MVS and Curtis Samuel and all those dudes gonna play the 3.
I just know it's gonna be rougher for Josh Allen. I remember his first 2 years before he got Stephon Diggs. This dude was a turnover machine. He was a turnover machine because he believed his arm was stronger than any defense he had in front of him, and he made a lot of bonehead mistakes. So I mean, he a little bit more polished in the league, but it's going to be way harder for him to get in the rhythm in this offense without a Stephon Diggs or Gabe Davis. So if it was me, I'm putting them down there too. I'm putting the Bengals ahead of them because they still got they starting offense for real. So I mean, that's just me.
I
It's
understand.
still a great list though.
I think it was still. I think it was close again. Let me look at the score. I think. Matter of fact, the Bengals and Bills tied. It actually came down to who had the better coaching staff.
Right.
They had the same score.
Right. So there you go. The next one, Smitty, the one that Ready Red got mad at the worst because I saw the chat. Dallas Cowboys at number 8.
I thought they should have been 10 to be honest, but that's just me. But I mean they're a consistent team, so it's always consistent with them. They still got CeeDee Lamb, top wide receiver in this league. They still got a few good I think their biggest question is going to be the offensive line. I think their running back room is a little weak. I think their defense is going to be a question mark. Also, there's going to be a lot of changes. So, I really thought they should have been 10 to me personally. But the voting system voted me a little bit out of the way. Um, but I think their defense is with Mike Zimmer is going to be a question mark for me starting the season. He hasn't been in the league in 2 years, and he wasn't a defensive coordinator before he left. He was a head coach. He had a defensive coordinator there, but um, I think it's a lot of opening space for them. They got a lot of things going on that they're gonna have to figure out. But we gonna see, man, because I think even with what they have, they got some question marks to answer. And they got what three offensive line pieces they got to answer now. You know what I'm saying? Because now they don't know where to play Tyler Smith at. So they got him either playing guard or tackle. So you got to figure out where he's going because he was drafted as a tackle to take Tyron Smith's spot. But then Tyron Smith stays, so you put him at guard, and now you figuring out if he's playing guard or tackle. And then you had Tyler Biotish leave. So you got some guys you gotta figure out. You gotta figure out a couple spots at this point. Um, and to me, I just think with Zeke back there, yes, he's a whatever you want to say, a cowboy for life, but I don't think that's gonna be the greatest answer for them. So we're gonna figure some things out for them.
Right. Trey?
Dallas is they're a great regular season team, and we're going based off power ranking regular season right now. So,
Yeah.
in all honesty, I feel like the Cowboys should be higher than probably the Texans and the Rams because they always pulling off 10, 11 wins every year. Somehow, even with all the problems they be having, them dudes always end up 10, 11 wins. So, in my honest opinion, and just me being a football fan, not just an Eagles fan, I feel like the Cowboys should be probably at 6, and you can move the Rams and the Texans down. But we could
With all
stick
the
them at
answers,
18.
with all the questions they got, you would put them at 6.
Yeah, I feel like they're a better team than the Rams and the Texans. The Texans, they still are unknown right now. I mean, they had a nice little 1 year last year, but um, yeah, we gotta see. I gotta see it twice from them. I gotta see it twice from them. I don't really believe in the Texans, so if it's me, I'm sticking the Cowboys probably at 6, bringing the Texans down probably to 7, and moving the Rams down to 8. But it's like I said, you can mix and match this list right here, just these 5 slots right here, any way you want to. This is just like my
Simple.
opinion on it.
Yeah. What up, Big Simple? Happy birthday, man. I know it's your Happy birthday.
Yeah, happy birthday, fam.
What's up,
Yep.
No,
Big
I just
Simp?
think I think the Cowboys got a lot of questions, bro. Like new DC, you got Zimmer coming in. How is that gonna correlate with what Dan Quinn? I don't think they run the same scheme or anything of that nature. So you gotta get them prepared. I think now Micah, if he's still playing DN, I think this is a 4-3. I think he's gonna have to be, you know, in a different position than what he was in before. I just that offensive line, that running back room, I just we're gonna see though. We're gonna see. I can understand why he would say 6 though, because I kinda had the same argument. Like they always consistently playing good football. They always, winning 10, 11 games, 12 games the last 3 seasons type deal. So you're right.
Yeah. Yep. So the next one, Smitty, is number 7 with the LA Rams. So talk to us.
No. Okay, so you got Puka Nakua obviously having a breakout season last year. You still got Cooper Cup on that team. Matthew Stafford, if healthy, top quarterback in the NFC in the league. Period. You got the running back you had last year, and Williams, I think his name is, and then you brought in Blake Corum. You picked up Blake Corum. You drafted the speedy slot out of Texas. You brought in Brandon Fish. You brought in Jared Verse. You also lost probably the greatest D tackle in the last, whatever, or probably one of the greatest defensive linemen ever to play the game. So you trying to, you got a big shoes to fill. They brought in Tre'Davious White. They brought in some pieces to solidify their team. I think, they brought in some O line help. Uh, I think this team right here, man, sneaky. Like the Rams is a sneaky. They really went in the draft and pulled out some things that they can really help this team. So I think for me, I know Trey want to move the Cowboys in front of the Rams, but I think the Rams, to me, if anybody probably should be higher, man. I think they did a lot, and then last year building off what they already had, they were supposed to be what, a 6-win team last year. For them to come in and get a playoff win, and now they get to build off that with some extra help. I think the sky's the limit for them.
Yeah, Troy.
I just feel like right now the Rams go as Matthew Stafford go, and the past 2 seasons he really couldn't stay on the field, so they go off his health. It's gonna be hard to replace Aaron Donald. I don't think 2, 3, 4 bringing in 2, 3, 4 defensive linemen gonna replace Aaron Donald. So they're gonna go as the offense go. They're gonna have to score a lot of points, and they're gonna have to, really control the game on the offensive side. And like I said, that all goes off Matthew Stafford health. So the Rams is a big question mark to me too. I feel like, in all honesty, I feel like the Cowboys are a better team than the Rams right now. Just because they still have their core, and they, like I said, they always consistently win in double-digit games. So 7 is fine. I'm fine with Rams at the 7. The only team I would move down is the
Hold on,
Texans.
what you said? You said the core? I mean, who did the Rams lose other than AD though?
Well, they no, you're right, because Cooper Kupp back healthy this year.
Yeah, last year he was in rehab going into training camp. Now he coming
Right.
in healthy.
Puka
Now,
Nacua, he stepped up big for them
and then
last year.
they got the slot from Texas, the 4-3 speed slot from Texas. Whittington.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Well,
I think they picked up Blake Corum in the draft. They brought in the best D tackle in the draft in Brandon Fisk. I mean, they brought in, arguably one or two of the best DN in the draft, and Jared Verse. I mean, I think they did all right, bro. I think they're in a better position than the Cowboys. Me personally, I think they got more. Like, if you was thinking about a team that had to basically last year that we were saying was in a rebuild, and they was able to come out and do that, and now they're going into a season where now the only question you got is D tackle, right? But you had guys that played good minutes last year next to AD. But you obviously understand what's the difference when you play next to AD and when you play next to somebody that's a regular guy. It's a little different
right.
because the O-line gets into a panic, making sure AD doesn't disrupt the whole situation. So I think
just feel like they're gonna
you
be
can
in a
argue
lot of shootouts.
I think you argue they're in the same spot. I think they fixed that back in a little bit. I think you got
A
to
little
see it.
bit.
But I think they brought in a few pieces to help it out.
But Tre'Davious White, the only reason he really got traded from the Bills or let go from the Bills is health.
Look, they brought in Cam Curl.
I like
They
Cam Curl
they brought
from New
him in.
Orleans, right?
Yeah, and he played for what's it called last year for the Commanders.
Oh,
Um, they brought in Brandon Fisk. They brought in. I mean, they got Kobe Turner who played pretty well last year. So I'm hoping he can. But like I said, him having 9 sacks last year is a little bit on a slide because you had a lot of 1-on-1s when you playing next to AD. It's a little bit different. So I'm
it's a
hoping.
little different,
And
yeah.
looking at their roster, like that's the biggest hole, but that's a big hole. Like that's the only hole, but that's a big hole.
That's how they controlled the game for real. Aaron Donald.
So you gotta hope Kobe Turner, Brandon Fisk, uh, what's the dude name? I don't know which one it is. They got a few guys, so we gonna see. We gonna see. I think they in the. If anything, I think them and the Cowboys to me are kind of in the same position.
I can respect that.
So I think Dan Quinn is a hole, and I think that's gonna leave a big hole if Zimmer can't step in and really transform that defense into what Dan Quinn been doing over the last 3 years.
But Mike Zimmer is a good defensive coordinator though.
Oh no, I know he's a good DC, but he also hasn't been a DC in like 5 years, and then he also been out of the league for 2 years. I just don't. you know how sometimes translating to the game may take a moment just to get back in the
No, for
groove.
sure, for sure. But sitting out for 2 years also give you time to sit back and look too. So it's
Anytime to
like
look, that's a good thing.
he don't got nothing but time. Watching film, everything. I think he's gonna be straight. He's gonna be straight. But
Yeah,
like I said, the Rams and Cowboys they kind of interchangeable. So
Yeah,
I'm straight. I'm straight with them right there too at 7 or 8.
yep. And finally, wrapping out this list is the Houston Texans, Smitty.
I like where they at, man. They brought it, and they listen. I know, bro. Want to say they had a one hit wonder, right? But I think to me, coming off the season they had. Hold on, let me get to my notes. They brought in the Neil Hunter. They brought in Joe Mixon. They brought in a linebacker from Tennessee. Um, hold on. They brought in a few people. Hold on. They brought in, and then they drafted Blake Fisher. I mean, they got Kalen Bullock out of the draft. I mean, to me, they made the biggest splash, man. I think the Texans, yeah, they had a one off, but I think Stephon Diggs also was brought in on that team. Like to me, if anybody, deserved their spot, I think it was them, man. CJ Stroud had an awesome season. You bring in all these pieces to solidify your offense and your defense. I think they sit in a great spot right now, man. I think the sky's the limit for this team, but I think it's a nice situation for them because they bringing in those guys to help this team. I mean, you see what Stephon Diggs did for Josh Allen. They didn't have a number one last year. They made the playoffs and they got a playoff win. So I think you bring in a pure number one, and now all the guys that were playing out of position last year are now able to play in position. Now you get Tank Dell at the two. You get Tank Dell at the three. You get Collins at the two. You know what I'm saying? Now your tight end don't gotta be the solidified guy when it's game time. So Schultz get a little bit of a rest. You know what I'm saying? Now you got Joe Mixon, who's a better running back to me in all aspects than Devin Singletary. Now your running game is more solidified. I think your offensive coordinator getting a better feel because CJ Stroud is now in his second year with the offensive coordinator. He stayed. He turned down jobs as a head coach to stay and be with the Texans. So I think that is all also well. And then you bring in a Daniil Hunter. You bring in the dude from the name I can't pronounce Akbar. What I'm talking about, Trey, the linebacker from Tennessee that we wanted.
Yeah,
You brought him in. You the only problem I think that they didn't address was cornerback two. They brought in Jeff Okuda, but I think with what they got around Jeff Okuda, is gonna be nice. And Vic, that's what I'm saying. Now you don't have to play Tank Dell at the two. You can put him at the three. Oh my God, I think that team right there is scary, man. I think they're scary.
Yep. Trey?
um, yeah, like they definitely brought in a lot of dogs, but like I said, with a team like the Texans, I got to see it twice for me to believe it. Now if they go off, they ball out this year again. Now I'll say they're a legit team, but um, CJ Stroud is coming into his second year. A lot of QBs hit a little wall in their second year. So I mean, it's just I can't put the Texans over the Cowboys right now. And they play each other this year.
What?
That's gonna be a
Bruh,
good game. I
Texas
can't
got a
put the
better team
Texans
than
in.
the Cowboys, bro.
They have a better
100%.
team, but they have
All around.
a
They
better
got a better old. They got an old line that's coming back for his second year together, healthy. They got the whole offense. Nobody left. And then they added Stephon Diggs. They add Joe Mixon. I mean, bro, I just don't know, bro. I don't know, bro.
I like Nico Collins though. Even when he was at the one, he was going in.
But now he the
He was going
two.
in.
Now
But
now he get the one on ones he didn't get last year.
and then if
You gotta think about
for
this. Think
Vic
about
saying
this,
that
Trey.
they're gonna
Look
be
at
the
it from this
AFC
position,
champions,
and you tell me if the cow. I know you want to say the Cowboys is in a better spot. I understand. You telling me a team last year who, to me, their whole offensive receivers play out of position and performed at a high level are going to now have single coverage, not double coverage, because you have Stephon Diggs and Joe Mixon. You telling me the Cowboys are better with Zeke, Brandon Cooks, and CeeDee Lamb?
I just feel like they more battle tested than the Texans are. That's all. I feel like they more battle tested. They've been together for, well, Cooks came last year, but Dak and CeeDee Lamb been together since CeeDee Lamb rookie year. They bring in Zeke back. He a familiar face. I feel like the Cowboys gonna be sturdy this year. Even with the offensive line problems, they gonna figure that out. And they defense still gonna be solid. They getting Trayvon Diggs back. Michael Parsons still at dub. Um, I just feel like the Cowboys, and they, like I said, they play each other this year. So we gonna see when the teams match up. But I feel like the veteran quarterback, Dak Prescott, veteran quarterback, he always put up good numbers in season. So I don't know. I just feel like the Cowboys a slightly better team than them right now, even with the guys they brought in, because they still got to get acclimated to the team. But I just feel like the Cowboys more of a sturdy team, like they're more a
We've seen
trustworthy team
Stephon
right
Diggs
now.
do this before, bro. We seen him leave Minnesota, go to Bills, and hit the ground without missing a step.
But he gonna have what's
And now
crazy?
he in a Mike Shanahan offense.
You know what's crazy though? They gonna have Trayvon and Stephon gonna play against each other this year, and they gonna be
Yeah,
matched up with each other. That's gonna be dope. That's gonna be dope as heck, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
Exactly.
But I still feel like the Cowboys are a slightly better team than the Texans right now.
Yeah. So, all right, Smitty, the top five, not in order because we don't really know yet until Saturday, is the Chiefs, it's the Ravens, it's the Eagles, it's the 49ers, and it's the Lions. Go ahead and preview it for this Saturday. What was the? I know y'all didn't talk about this yet, so go ahead and preview.
I don't know, man. I'm ready to see as much as everybody else. I mean, I don't know. I think it's a good five though. I think it's the best five teams in the NFL right now, man. If you're looking at how they perform and what's on the roster, I think you know what I'm saying. Obviously, you got all the teams that should be in contention for a Super Bowl, man. So I think these teams right here that we got left is the cream of the crop. To be honest, I think these guys right here, man, the Eagles, the Ravens, the Eagles, the Chiefs, the Lions, I think all
Niners.
these and the Niners, obviously. Uh, perennial Super Bowl contenders. These the teams you would want to do.
Yeah. Go ahead, Trey. Your thoughts on the top five, not in order though, but to preview it.
Yeah, a lot of the teams that's left in this top five is it's gonna be kind of debated because it's interchangeable. It's like interchangeable. And we going off what um how we feel the upcoming season gonna be, roster wise, offense, defense. There's gonna be a lot of interchangeable ones. So, I mean, you can't get mad at wherever somebody fall on this top five list. To be honest, because all these teams are like great. They all great. So, I mean, I can't wait till next week and we can bust this down because I know it's gonna be a lot. Oh no, I don't feel like you should be right there. But at the end of the day, you could put them anywhere for real. They're the top five teams in the NFL.
Yeah. Yep. So with that, let's see. Hold on. Vic says, "Who put the Cowboys voodoo on you?"
Nah, it's just. I ain't gonna lie. It's just me being a
Facts,
not even.
facts.
It's not even Eagles. This just me being a fan of the game. You can't do nothing but respect what the Cowboys have done in the regular season these past what 5, probably 6 years. These dudes always winning double digit games. Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott puts up amazing numbers in the regular season. He falls off in the playoffs every year, but they've been kicking our ass since he's been in the league. So, I mean, well, not even us, the NFC East ass since he's been in the league. So, I mean, the Cowboys always going to be a solid football team. And like I said, the Texans, they don't have a lot of questions. They're just a young team, and they brought some veterans on, but they leader is a second-year dude. So I don't feel like they're going to have a more successful season than the Cowboys this year. That's just my opinion. Like
Right.
I'm
I
not
just
I'm not like
I think
I'm not
about the
like hating on the
Shanahan
Texans
scheme
or
and
nothing.
everything. Like I just think like the Shanahan scheme, we haven't seen too many guys struggle in that scheme once you pick it up. And I just seen like he picked it up, and I just don't know, man. I think bringing Stephon Diggs make that team dangerous.
But did they really get worse on offense? Who they lost? Pollard. Pollard ain't did nothing for them last year.
The
They
offensive line, I don't
they
even care about
offensive
the
line,
running.
offensive linemen. They come a dime a dozen in the NFL. They gonna figure that out. They gonna figure it out. But they gonna be a sturdy team. They gonna be a team that's hard to beat this year, like they is every year.
And then you got question marks at to me running back. You got question marks because the running back room. I ain't just saying Zeke. You the running back room to me is not solid. I think the wide receiver 3 is a big question right now. They got Tolbert at wide receiver 3. I think the offensive line is a question. Um, Obviously quarterback. You know, it's been consistently Dak for over some years. I just don't. I don't know, man. I think they got more questions than the Texans got.
And they also got sturdy deep. They got a sturdy core on their defense too. So I mean, this is gonna be fun to watch. It's gonna be fun to watch. I can't. I can't wait to watch that Texans and Cowboys game. That's gonna be a fun game. There's so much talent all over the field. That's gonna be a fun game to watch.
Right. So, yep, there you go. Let's see. Look at the Giants. Ask them if they think O line was important.
Oh no, I ain't never said the O line wasn't important. It's definitely important. I'm just saying I feel like they're gonna figure it out. The offensive line, like they're not gonna be as bad as we think we is on offensive line.
Yep. Let's see. So that's it for today. You guys make sure y'all check in Saturday for the check down.
Hey Vic, we gotta get a stream in, bro. I ain't kicking with you in a minute, man. Let me know when you free.
Yeah, same thing, Vic. We got to bring. We're going to do a call-in show this Monday for the state of the Philadelphia Eagles. So y'all, we're going to see. We need to see you, Vic, on here sometime. So make sure you let us know. Same for you, still. Yep, same for you. So we thank you guys for watching. But before we go, let's give our final thoughts before we wrap up. Go ahead, Smitty, you first.
You said final thoughts?
Yep.
Nah, man, I'm just ready to see it, fold out, man. You know what I'm saying? It's always good to see it in the pile, but when it's already, starting to, transpire, it's getting closer, man. So I'm ready to see what we got going on. I'm ready to see the talent that we got be able to be shown. So fly Eagles, fly go birds, man.
Yep. Until next time. Go ahead, Troy.
Yeah, man, it's. I feel like it's gonna be a fun season. Not even just as the Philadelphia Eagles fan, but the NFL. Period. It's so many. It was so many moving parts during this all season. A lot of teams got better on paper. I just want to see how it play out. And I just want to say this before I leave. And I've
Yep.
seen this a lot. I've seen this a lot on Facebook. I see a lot of people, mainly Giants fans, dogging out Saquon Barkley because I guess he only rushed for 2,000-yard seasons in 6 years. But I want to see any of y'all try to run behind that horrible offensive line that the Giants had his whole tenure there. That his rookie season, I've seen this dude break 3, 4 tackles in the backfield just to gain yards. It's like, bro, him behind this Eagles offensive line and having all these weapons around him, this dude is going to show off. And he's still in his prime. I don't know what y'all talking about. Saquon Barkley's still young. He's not
Hey
no
Trey,
old
you
man.
want to know? I'm gonna give you a weird stat I know. Over the past 3 years, Saquon Barkley led the league in yards accumulated in the backfield.
I could believe you, bro. I seen it. I watched it on TV. It was
And that's
horrible.
it's exactly for what you're talking about. Having to jump, cross. I gotta run this way, run that way, find a hole. Yeah, none of that here, man. That's gonna be
None of
so
that
fun.
here.
Oh my
And he
god.
going he gonna also take so much pressure off Jalen Hurts when they start getting into that RPO. Because you got to account for everybody. You got to account for AJ Brown on the slant. You got to account for Jalen Hurts pulling it. You got to account for them handing it off to Saquon Barkley, and he one-on-one with a linebacker. So it's going to be dangerous. And he's going to make this offense run so much smoother, and it's going to be easier on everybody. And I can't wait till we play the Giants. I hope he go off on y'all, bro. I hate Giants fans. Probably a little bit less than the Cowboys, but I hate Giants fans. Like, they just, y'all suck. Y'all sucked for years. Like, sucked. Like, we was sweeping y'all. We swept y'all like 6 years straight before y'all got a win on us. Like, y'all horrible. And y'all just, I understand y'all won the two outlier Super Bowls. But other than that, y'all been a below average team. Even the years y'all won them, y'all had to fight to get into a wild card game, and then y'all caught fire. And I respect it. In all honesty, I respect it. Y'all did what y'all supposed to do. Y'all beat the GOAT twice in the Super Bowl. But other than that, y'all been a horrible team, horribly ran everything. So y'all hating on Saquon Barkley for leaving. Y'all didn't want to pay this man. Y'all paid Daniel Jones. Y'all didn't want to pay this man, and y'all mad that he left and went to a better team. That don't make no sense to me. Y'all should be bigging up this dude for everything he did for y'all. And I mean, I hope he cook y'all when he play y'all.
There you go. And that's that, y'all. For me, it's simple. It's going. Hey, get ready for a fantastic season. Get ready for Saquon Barkley to go crazy. We will react next week to the checkdowns final five. Plus, we'll give our state of the Philadelphia Eagles offense, defense, special teams, coach, the whole thing. So get ready for a week of the state of the Eagles. And with that, for Trey, for Moan, for Smitty and your boy, fly Eagles fly, go Birds, lights out.